So I am so excited and looking forward to speaking about this particular topic, and it's been mulling over my mind for a few weeks now, and it's the idea of really knowing ourselves, understanding what our likes and dislikes are, and knowing what our unique perspectives are on certain things. And the reason why it got me thinking is because I recently deleted TikTok. I love TikTok. There's nothing wrong with it. It's me. I'm the problem. And I just spend too much time on it. I also removed Instagram off of my phone, so it's just on one of my devices, just to help lower the amount of time I was spending on it. But it got me thinking because I think oftentimes in our day and age, we are blessed really with the ability to have such an abundance of information, access to different opinions, different pieces of content, different content creators, fashion trends, and even just in terms of humor and entertainment, we have an abundance of that. That's such a blessing that we're able to see how people live and people's lived experiences in the USA, in Canada, in Australia, Nigeria, the list goes on. But I think at the same time, with this abundance of information, what I realise is that it's slowly eroding or diminishing our ability to really think for ourselves, number one, but also realize what our likes and dislikes are, what our preferences are, what makes us tick, how we operate. In this time where I've been off of TikTok and with reduced social media consumption, I've really been able to start thinking and really exploring a little bit about what I like, my preferences, my dislikes, what my opinions are on things, because naturally, being social beings, we are influenced by the external world. But I think with social media, that's heightened, like the external world on steroids. And that's what I really wanted to speak about today, is how we can begin to really tap into knowing ourselves, going within and understanding the way we operate to really maximize our success and just maximize how we operate and show up in the world, and how we can show up more authentically. And it took me back to when I was a teenager. I used to go to this youth group on a Friday, and I used to really love it. It was fantastic. I was really social, loved seeing my friends. It was such a great place where we could go and connect. But on the Saturday and the Sunday, I would use that time, and I would just basically just need to be in solitude a little bit. I didn't want to be out socializing, and I'd always just be like, oh, why do I feel like that? Why do I feel the need to retreat? And I think my friends might have picked up on it as well. And I didn't understand why I was the way that I was. But it was only when I came to understand about extroversion and introversion, and I realized that I was more of an ambivert. Like, I could be extroverted in some ways, but I'd need that sort of introverted time to recharge. And I think when I understood that about myself, it really just unlocked something. I almost had a sigh of relief, because I was like, oh my goodness, I understand how I operate and why I do what I do. I think it really just helped me to just own that space. It really helped me to understand, okay, I can have X amount of time socializing. I love it, but I need that downtime. I need time to recharge, be away from people, and just re-energize. And I think this is just one of many examples of what I'm thinking that we as a society, we as women need to do: understand ourselves, understand our preferences. For example, what's your favorite color and why? Understanding the different fashion trends, why we like certain items of clothing. I know we have different sort of aesthetics. That you have the clean girl aesthetic, and it's like that's sort of popular at the moment. But what is your own personal fashion sense? What inspires you? What do you like? Why do you like what you like? What don't you like? And why don't you like those said things? How are we as people? How do we operate? What energizes us? Like, personally for me, I absolutely love traveling. I love seeing beautiful things. I love sunsets and sunrises, when the sky is like a pinky sort of orange. I love that, and I think I even want to go deeper to understand why do I like those things? Why do I have a disdain for certain things? And I think what I'm really trying to do is be more intentional about understanding myself, to unlock, so I can show up more authentically, so I can show up and be more optimized in how I operate. I remember I had a manager and he was like, oh, are you a morning person or are you a like a night person? I was like, I don't know, I just show up. But I think that the question there is like, it is quite an important one. Do I like waking up early and doing things? Am I more an evening person, or am I somewhere in the middle? But it just helps us to really optimize our lives and to show up well, to know ourselves, and to rid ourselves from the sort of judgment that we can put on top of ourselves as people, and to rid us from that. So that's really what I wanted to speak about, and I think I will probably do another video about some of the other things that I've been doing and working on to really understand who I am as a person. And I think I really want to encourage you to do the same. Who are you as a person? What are your opinions? And obviously our opinions are influenced by the world around us, but can we really separate where we sit within that, what our personal viewpoints and perspectives are, irregardless of what the world is saying around us? Where do we sit and stand, and why do we like and do the things that we do? So yeah, in my next video I will hopefully touch upon some of the sort of questions that I've been prompting myself to think about, and also encourage you to do the same as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.